a Dredfunn original production. Please sit back and enjoy.
Hey guys, Dredfunn here with another one of my video uploads. Again, I'm doing a recreation, a skull recreation. I'm taking an ancient Neanderthal skull and I'm recreating it. And you'll notice here that I've lined out a box. That gives me basically a line of measurement where I can then scale everything to the proper proportions. This is comparable to the human one I just done, or if you haven't seen it, I suggest you check it out. It's an ancient human skull that I did. One thing I want to point out right off the bat, as you notice I'm filling this skull out, is the occipital area. My goodness, these creatures have a huge bun on the back of their head and a large brow ridge. You'll notice that the teeth are all flat. They almost look like they're filed down. I don't know, maybe they were. Maybe some scientist wanted to hide some of its primate characteristics. I'm just joking. Or maybe I'm not. Anyways, yeah, I'm doing it all in pencil here. You'll notice that I'm filling out the eye socket area, the zygomatic crest, which is much more pronounced than a Neanderthal. Generally, this skull is Neanderthals. From what I've gathered in the research I've done, they're massive skulls. This one was way bigger than the human skull that I did, and both were of an adult male. So right now I'm just about to start adding the muscle. I'm just finishing up the touches on the skull so I can get an accurate recreation. Here I am putting the orbicularis oculi. I'm throwing in the temporalis as well as working on the occipital area. Again, this creature, this human hominid, you'll notice the nose much larger than a human. I'm following the guidelines laid out by the actual I guess it's called the nasal bone projection. Again, I can take creative license here because none of us really know exactly how large each of the individual muscles, the zygomaticus that come off the cheek there, as well as you know, the masseter muscle, which obviously was much larger in this specimen than a normal human. And I've taken a lot of creative license with basically how big the muscles are. You'll notice the eye is much larger, the face, the whole thing looks like a human head that has been yanked forward and backwards. All the characteristics seem enlarged. All the muscles. Right now, like I said, this is the finished result just before I go ahead and start adding hair and cosmetic features. You'll notice there that much of that occipital bun gets hidden in behind the hair, as well as the fact that Neanderthals didn't have a chin, gets hidden underneath the beard. Us humans, when it comes down off the chin, we have a chin that protrudes and sticks out, whereas Neanderthal didn't. Yes, those are braids. This is a creative license. Again, I don't know if Neanderthals braided their hair. In this particular one, again, I'm using a Caucasian male type format. I'm not getting into ethnicity or race. I want this comparable to the ancient human that I hope you checked out, and if you haven't, please do. Again, I'm just going to watercolor it. I'm not really focusing on anything, I guess, primate-ish, or I don't know, that's a word I'm just making up. Who cares? What I'm focusing on is trying to make this comparable to the one that I just drew. So all the skin tones and the hair color are going to match. But one thing that I did notice while doing this is just not only a general robustness to the face. As I said, it just looks like a face that is meant to be beat on. The skull just huge and dominant. For those of you that are interested, I'm going to upload another Neanderthal one where I actually do the same thing, where I take the Neanderthal skull, only I treat it with primate proportions. And I try to fill it out more like if it was a primate than a human. In this case, like a lot of the Discovery Channel and that, we're assuming or guessing that these creatures, these ancient humans, looked more like us, had our cosmetic features over top of their bones. Even though, if you take a look at the entire skeleton, they're much more barrel-chested. They seem to have much more primate-like limbs. But we won't get into that with this video. This one I'm just trying to do a Neanderthal recreation using known existing human dimensions and stuff. So I'm applying the muscles as I would for a human, so you get that same kind of human result. And you notice he does look an awful lot like he looks a lot cleaner than he probably would. And I imagine that with a honker that big in the cold weather, he'd be like spewing out snot all over the place. And at least a lot of scientists feel that way, and I agree. Just for the sake of doing this drawing, I did not do that, and drawing snot isn't as easy as you would think. I'm just joking. Anyways, this one, again, it's a recreation, so I took it from an actual skull that exists, and I added muscles using dimensions that exist that we know of in human proportions. Mind you, I had to take into account that the dude's got much bigger eyebrow, or brow ridge, protruding face, lack of a chin, a massive occipital bun at the back of its head. Nobody knows how big their ears were or what shape they were. I doubt they were pointed. Maybe they were elves. Big prehistoric ape elves. I'm just joking. Anyways, again, just everything in human proportions and human lengths, so it's comparable to the other one. Please do check out the Ancient Human, and by all means, I'm going to be uploading another Neanderthal where I do it ape proportions, as well as I got a couple special elongated skulls, the very same ones that you would find in Paracas, Peru. So I hope you guys like this video. Please pass it around. This is Dredfunn trying to be all scientific-y and modern. In truth, I do know a fair bit about human anatomy. I might not know all the terms and the words, but I've been drawing for a long time, and you tend to pick that up. Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe, and pass the video around. Dredfunn out.
This has been a Dredfunn.com production. Thanks for watching.